and that is the Bionic Woman listening, hearing, using her bionic powers, her bionic ear, and her incredible bionic abilities. This is Will, and this is Will. This is Will, not bionic, but certainly loving bionics and the Bionic Woman. And what's great about Substack is I can just do this. I just finished watching this great episode. Doomsday is Tomorrow, written by Bionic Woman creator Kenneth Johnson and directed by Kenneth Johnson. They called him Kenny Johnson, actually, so I guess I'll call him Kenny as well. And Kenny crafted this two-parter. He wrote and produced and directed it. And there's many great epic episodes of both Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. And if anyone knows me, they know how much I love Bionics. And I love $6 Million Man, and I love the Bionic Woman. But even in the $6 Million Man, they had a lot of crossovers, the Bigfoot, the Fembots. But this one, and certainly the Fembots with Kill Oscar, is just a great one. It's one of my favorites. But this is definitely one of my favorites, and this is Doomsday is Tomorrow. It's basically, I guess, the best way, or the most sort of descriptive way to categorize it would be to say it's 2001: Space Odyssey meets Dr. Strangelove. So Strangelove being a Doomsday, the H-bomb, the atomic war, so forth, and of course Hal is the artificial intelligence that can beat us at our own game, and certainly pose a real problem. And like in the episode, right at the end of the first part, it's a two-parter. Jamie says then it's going to be a duel between you and me. And instead of Hal, the computer, the AI is called Alex. The Alex 7000 instead of the HAL 9000. And obviously I'm sure it's Kenny Johnson's homage to HAL and to AI in general. And what is better, or what is more well known than the HAL 9000? Of course, you have now Data from Star Trek, even the robot in Lost in Space, which predated the HAL 9000, which predated it by, I guess, about 3 or 4 years, and then you had androids, of course, and I mean, in old Star Trek and Twilight Zone. I mean, it's just a staple of sci-fi. But the bottom line, and artificial intelligence. But the bottom line to a little chat, and it won't go on too long, about this episode is the texture, the feature film of it. I looked up most of the Bionic Woman, almost all the episodes, and Kenny only did 3, I believe. I think he did 1 in the first season towards the end, and then because Bionic Woman ran 3 seasons, so he did 1 on the first, I'm pretty sure, and then he did Doomsday is Tomorrow, which is a 2-parter. And it's just incredible. I just, so recommend. I mean, you should really start watching $6 Million Man, because that was the first series. And then the Bionic Woman, Jamie, Steve's girlfriend, comes on and she becomes bionic. I'm sure most of you guys know if you're familiar with the shows. But with Bionic Woman, you can start at any series. This is season 2. Was episode 14 or 13, because this is part 2. I'm reading from one of the trivia on one of the wikis, and so it's a good place to start as any, even though it'd be great to start at the beginning. But Doomsday is Tomorrow is just a wonderful. It's an epic episode. Again, it has that feel of a really big sort of feature film, sci-fi film on a TV budget, and I'm sure just like with Star Trek, what have you, with any big sci-fi show, they save maybe 1, 2, 3 episodes to do 2-parters or biggies. Like in Next Gen, you had Time's Arrow, and of course the pilot and Counter Farpoint, All Good Things, the last one, or Redemption with Worf and the Klingon saga, or Best of Both Worlds, which is probably one of the most beloved. But again, the bottom line is that it is a great sci-fi story, just in terms of its its Sci-Fi pedigree and sort of framework and presentation. But in terms of Bionic Woman, it's it's just great. You'd have to, of course, make your own decisions and take a look, but I highly recommend. Again, there's a lot of places you can start in a series. You should always start at season one, or try to get your feet wet. But this is a really good introduction if you guys haven't seen it. There's some great trivia points here about the episode, and it says in Canada, the broadcast of the episode was delayed for a week in some areas due to the broadcasters not receiving a copy of the program in time for airing. So another episode, excuse me, a Bionic Woman was substituted. Jamie exhibits a near crippling fear of snakes. There's a great moment when Alex, the supercomputer like Hal, scares her with sort of a snake, a fake snake or a snake fake out, which is great. And let's see. And they're talking about just different little moments in the show, trivia, and maybe some bloopers or something about when she had to repair her leg. I don't want to spoil anything. This is really cute. This is really cute. I got to look this up. In the scene in which Jamie removes a microchip from a computer panel and states, there you are, you little bugger. An outtake has Lindsay Wagner ad-libbing it as a joke. There you are, you motherfucker. This outtake was later edited into a gag reel, which subsequently found its way onto the internet. So try to find it. I might look it up later, I think. And then they even have a link of what Alex sounds like in German, what the Alex 7000 supercomputer sounds like in German. So there you go. You can see, the guy's voice, the actor's voice who does Alex is really good, and it has that HAL 9000 feel, sort of emotionless, but still stressing certain words and syllables, because if it was just completely emotionless and no stressing or emphasis on any words, it'd put you to sleep. That's like in Ultron with James Spader does that great, the Ultron voice and that entity, and it's so kind of weirdly robotic but still evil. But here you go. That is Doomsday is tomorrow from the Bionic Woman, and I highly recommend. Hope you guys watch and subscribe if you have not to Substack, to my Substack Sci-Fi Guy, freebie or pay people, and keep the messages and feedback coming. We love it. Live long and prosper. Go watch Bionic Woman. We'll see you soon.